I call this meeting of the Alvin Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present and that this meeting has been duly called and the notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. And we will have an invocation, if you'd all please stand, by Trustee Harris in the pledges.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, fill us with your grace and wisdom as we make decisions tonight and joyfully celebrate our students' and staff's accomplishments. Continue to remind us that all that we do today, all that we accomplish, is for the greater glory of you and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, at this time, we'll have a public hearing. Carol?
So Board, in January, TEA released the 2020-2021 Texas Academic Performance Report. The Tapr, as we refer to it, contains academic performance data of students and profile information about the students, staff, and programs. An overview of the annual report that includes the Tapr, Peems financial standard report, accreditation status, performance objectives, report on violent or criminal incidents and student performance, and post-secondary institutions will be presented. Information regarding this annual report in more detail is currently available on our Alvin ISD website for anyone that would like more detail. But this evening we have Mr. Shaw, who's our Chief of Accountability and Assessment for Alvin ISD, to present. Mr. Shaw.
Good evening, Board President Humberg, board members, Superintendent Nelson, community members, and district staff. Tonight I have the opportunity to conduct a public meeting on the 2020-21 annual report as required by Texas Educational Code 39.306. The report, as Superintendent Nelson said, is located on our website. It is 147 pages in length, and I'll be going over every single page tonight. Just kidding. Tonight I will present, though, an overview of what information is included in each section. So what is in the annual report? It is comprised of 7 sections. In this annual report, we have the 2020-21 Texas Academic Performance Report, or TAPR. We have the 2019-2020 Peems Financial Actual Standard Report. We have the 2020-21 District Accreditation Status, 2021-22 Campus Performance Objectives, 2020-21 Report on Violent or Criminal Incidents, Class of 2019 Student Performance in Texas Public Colleges, and finally, the 2020-21 TAPR Glossary. So what is in Section 1, the TAPR? The TAPR is compiled by the Texas Education Agency for all districts and each campus in the state. The information is collected from the Public Education Information Management System and from student assessment data. Beginning in 2017-18, the state published the TAPR in 2 different formats. There is an online format, which contains multiple data points, and also a PDF version. It's called the paper Tapr, which only includes the statutory required data. Districts and campuses use the information in the TAPR to help create their campus improvement plans, needs assessments, and then also their performance objectives. On the district TAPR cover page, there are 3 items listed: the 2021 accountability overall rating, And for all districts and campuses in 2021 were not rated declared state of disaster because of the COVID pandemic. Also included is a special education determination status, and then finally, a distinction designation earned. No distinction designations were awarded in 2021. Following the cover page, there are multiple pages that include STAR performance data for the last 2 years administered. In the 2021 Tapr, the STAR data listed is from the 2021 and 2019 years. There are no scores listed for the 2020 school year because of the cancellation of STAR due to the COVID pandemic. The STAR results are listed with the 3 performance rates of approaches grade level or above, meets grade level or above, and master's grade level. These performance rates are reported for reading, math, writing, science, and social studies at all grades assessed. And then after the STAR performance data, the academic growth is included. Growth is only calculated for reading and math and is reported by grade and subject. And in the current TAPR, growth is only listed for 2018 and 2019. Since growth measures student progress over consecutive years, it was not calculated in 2021 due to the missing STAR data from 2020. But this year's STAR 2022, we do anticipate growth being measured because you'll have 2 years of data. After all of the STAR data, other student measures are reported like average attendance rates, annual dropout rate, and graduation rates. This information was reported for the 2018-19 and 2019-20 school years. Also included is a graduation profile from the 2019-2020 graduates with information disaggregated by ethnicity, grad type, and program grad information. On the next pages of the TAPR, college, career, and military readiness, or CCMR, and other post-secondary indicators are included. The information included for CCMR is college-ready percentages, career-ready percentages, and the CCMR indicators of the Texas Success Initiative Assessment, dual enrollment credits, advanced placement results, SAT and ACT results, students with associate's degrees, and the percent of district graduates enrolled in Texas public colleges. The most recent data from these is from the 2019-2020 school year. The last portion of TAPR are the student, staff, and program information areas. In the student portion, enrollment numbers by grade levels, ethnicity, student program identification, students with disabilities by types, student retention rates, and class size averages are included. In the staff portion, staff information including total number of staff, ethnicity and gender, degrees held, years of experience, experience of campus leadership, average staff salaries, and teacher turnover rates are listed. And finally, in the program information portion, student enrollment by bilingual, CTE, GT, and special education are included, as well as teachers serving students in bilingual, CTE, GT, compensatory, and regular and special education. The second section of the annual report is the Peems Financial Standard Reports for the 2019-2020 school year. Included in this report are total receipts, which includes our local, state, and federal allotments, our fund balance, disbursements listed by objective codes and then by function codes, our expenditures by program, and then the 2019-2020 tax rates. Alvin ISD, with the leadership of the board, business office, and campus and district leaders, received a superior first rating from the state using the 2019-2020 financial data. Section 3 of the annual report is the district accreditation status. TEA assigns each district with one of 4 accreditation statuses. TEA uses academic ratings, financial reports, and Peems data integrity and results-driven accountability to assign the accreditation. For the 2020-21 school year, no district was assigned an accreditation status because of lack of STAR data from the 2020 school year. Included in the report is the letter from the TEA that does explain this waiver and the reasons for no accreditation statuses. Section 4 of the annual report is the board-approved campus performance objectives. Each campus uses data, some of which is included in the annual report, to create these campus objectives and are required to periodically measure progress towards these performance objectives. And these are the same campus performance objectives y'all approved back in October. Section 5 of the annual report is the report on violent or criminal incidents. These violent or criminal incidents are serious discipline codes submitted through Peems at the end of each school year. The state uses these incident numbers to identify campuses as persistently dangerous. And in case you're wondering, no Alvin ISD school has ever appeared on that list or have even come close. Section 6 of the annual report includes grade point average information compiled by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board for the 2019 graduates of Alvin ISD that enrolled in a Texas public college in the fall immediately after graduation. It's listed by district and then also each individual campus. And finally, the 2020-21 Tapr glossary makes up section 7 of the annual report. The glossary provides information about the data included in the TAPR, which includes definitions, methodologies, and data sources. The annual report has been posted, like Superintendent Nelson said, to the Accountability and Assessment webpage. It's open to the public to view. It's been there since we published the public hearing announcement. But paper copies will also be available for public review at the central office, at the front office of each campus, and at the local libraries. I've also listed my contact information in case anyone has some questions after tonight. This does conclude at least an annual report overview, and since this is a public meeting, I do want to open up any comments from the members of the audience if you have any questions or comments about the contents of the annual report.
Does anybody have any questions? Thank you very
Y'all
much.
sure?
Are we asking just the audience, or can I ask a question?
No, now the board may ask questions. Absolutely.
I'll wait my turn.
Ask away.
Okay. So I know that COVID kind of threw us off. Do we expect that next year all the data will be current and up to date, or will it take longer, do you think?
As far as the release of the information, so the years that are included in here are, the reports are going to be the years that they normally. So this report does have a lot of lagging information.
Right.
The most current data would definitely be the STAR data, but like the Peems financial is from 3 years ago, it will always lag 3 years.
That's always 3 years.
Absolutely.
And the academic data, does that have a lag time?
The STAR data will be current from the spring of this year. So this time next year when we release, or when TA releases the TAPR, they released it not until January of this year, but it will have spring 22 data.
Okay.
And that will be the most current information.
Yeah.
The graduate information, the attendance, those will all be 2 years behind.
Okay,
So that will funnel up, but there'll be so much lagging information in these reports.
got it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Does anybody else?
Just to be clear, it's not us that's providing the lagging data, it's the way TEA is.
It's their reporting, correct. And as far as the the annual report, which is required, we had to wait until the TAPR, which is the last report that the state releases. They used to release it in October, November, and every year it's gotten further and further. The last 2 years before this year, it was December, and they didn't release it until January of this year. So it's not on our part. It is definitely on TEA's as far as when they're releasing these reports.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw.
I think that's the first time I've ever got a clap for this.
That was Mr. Duncan from Alvin High School. Thank you.
He does do a good.
He's enthusiastic about it. We like that.
All right, next we'll have, request to consider approval of resolution declaring February a CTE month in Alvin ISD.
So Board, February is recognized as CTE Month nationally during the month of February each year, with the purpose of celebrating our students, staff, and the programs in our career and technology education. A resolution by the Board declaring February as the CTE Month would reinforce the importance of CTE in our district.
All right. We have a resolution, and I'm going to read that. Whereas CTE Month is taking place during the month of February to honor students who have chosen to pursue career, thank you,
Thank you.
pursue career and technical education as a means of acquiring real-world skills to compete in the workforce. And whereas around 12.5 million American high school and college students are enrolled in CTE courses, which encompasses a variety of occupational fields, including agriculture, construction, manufacturing, computer science, and healthcare. And whereas in addition to gaining specific career-related knowledge, participants in CTE programs learn such essential skills as time management, problem-solving, and critical thinking, which better prepare them for the challenges and opportunities of the workplace. These programs motivate and engage students by providing hands-on activities in which they can further their expertise and interact with community members, potential employers, and students and teachers who share their vocational interests. And whereas career and technical education is offering a path to success in the 21st century economy while helping to address the urgent need for skilled laborers in high-demand industries. And it is enabling numerous Texans to secure gainful employment and lead productive, fulfilling lives. Now therefore it be resolved that the Alvin ISD Board of Trustees hereby recognize February as CTE Month and extend sincere best wishes to all the talented young students who have chosen career and technical education as the way to achieve their long-term professional goals. So do we have a motion to approve the attached resolution to recognize February as CTE Month in Alvin ISD? Okay, by trustee Scott. Do we have a second? By trustee Harris. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. And then we have a student from CTE that would like to speak.
Good evening. My name is Grisel Garcia, and I'm a student in the HOSA program at Alvin High School. As you may know, February is now CTE Month. Our department would like to thank the Alvin ISD Board of Education for its continued support of our programs that serve all secondary schools in our district. On behalf of all of our students, teachers, staff, and leaders across the district, we present to you a small token of our appreciation. It was thought of and created by CTE teams. It's just a small thing to put on your desk and remind you of CTE, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you again, and happy CTE Month.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Very nice.
Thank you. And they were our greeters as well this evening, so thank you for coming out and participating in our board meeting this evening.
Next, we have the superintendent's report.
Board, we've had a lot of things happening this month and a lot of fine arts activities as well. So over the past few weeks, Alvin High School and Shadow Creek High School theater programs performed their annual musicals. Alvin High School performed The Little Mermaid, and Shadow Creek High School performed Legally Blonde. Manville High School will perform this weekend, February 11th and 12th, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And I just want to say I've been able to attend them, and what a performance. Our students are so talented, but also our choir directors help with all the performances, and there's just so much that goes into the production of these musicals. So thank you to our staff and to our students, and they're just exceptional performances. Next, on Friday, January the 14th, Alvin ISD held their 2022 Rodeo Art Open House. Amazing artwork from our kinder to 12th grade students were on display at Liberty Hall at Freedom Field. Alvin ISD is proud to announce that 21 of our students were recognized as 2022 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo School Art District Level winners. Each of these students were under consideration for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo School Art Auction, category winners, and a variety of other awards and scholarships. Their work will be on display in the Hayloft Gallery on the first floor of NRG Center during the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So if you catch one of their shows or rodeos, go by and see the artwork of all the many talented artists throughout the district. And thank you to our fine arts teachers and departments and directors on your support throughout this, through our fine arts programs, because again, it's just amazing what talent is shown through this. I don't have artistic ability, so I'm always amazed when I see the artwork that our students do. And I know our staff put in a lot of hours in supporting our students throughout this, so thank you again. On National Signing Day, which was February 2nd, 35 of our student athletes in Alvin ISD signed letters of intent to play their sport at colleges and universities across the nation. So congratulations to all of our students, our talented athletes across the district. And of course, we still have sports, spring sports, and so I'm sure we'll have more students in the spring sign on to colleges and universities. And then I want to mention, we didn't include it, it happened yesterday evening, but our Pomona Elementary choir students qualified for the Tmea, which is the Texas Music Educators Association in San Antonio. They qualified. They were one of 5 choirs that were chosen across the state to perform at their state convention. So again, fine arts, what a great, talented group, and to see other music teachers there to support Pomona and to help out was just a blessing yesterday evening. So students from 3rd, 4th, 5th, and even some of our 6th graders came back to perform with them because they didn't get to perform last year due to COVID. So we're excited they perform on Thursday in San Antonio. So we wish them all the best. And last night was kind of a preview of that performance out at Liberty Hall at Freedom Field. And then finally, we are so excited because we have the turtle race this weekend and we have good weather predicted for it. So we're very excited. Turtles are sold out. So come out. We have, I don't know, how many booths do we have, Ms. Olson? 64 booths that will be out at the National Oak Park. So come out and support the community and the turtle race. We have people running, a fun run happening. Can you sign up that day? You can sign up that morning, so come early. But lots of fun, good weather, and of course, they raise the funds that give back to our students, to our schools, to our staff and scholarships. And so we can't say enough about the Alvin ISD Education Foundation. It's strictly a volunteer organization, and so the turtle race has just exploded. Mr. Humberg was telling me he's going to be fishing for turtles after the race starts. So if you want to come out and see him in the bio, the Mustang, is that Mustang? Mustang bio, he'll be out there on Saturday. That's all.
All right, next we have student accommodations, Trustee Tanini and Trustee Scott.
Okay, well, good evening, board and community. We are very glad everyone is here. If I call your name tonight, if you'll come up, we do want to get a photo of you. And parents, feel free to come into the aisle and get photos or whatever you need to do. We will wait for you because this is all about your student at this time or your faculty member. You may be here with a faculty member too. So, board, we're going to start with our 2022 Thespian National Qualifiers. So on November 18th through the 20th of 2021, 8 Alvin ISD high school students competed in the Texas Thespian State Festival and qualified for the International Thespian Festival, which will take place June 20th through 24th of this year in Bloomington, Indiana. So congratulations and good luck to the following students. If I call your name, please come up. Alex Blanco with Alvin High School in the solo musical. Under the direction of Lori Wilson and Chase Hodgson. And then we have Kayla Delafonse with Shadow Creek High School, stage management. Isabella Caudell and Jessica Smith with Shadow Creek High School, duet sing. Jasmine Palacio and Macy Smith with Shadow Creek, duet scene. Courtney Van Auken with Shadow Creek High School, solo musical. Addison Pate with Shadow Creek High School, solo musical. And they are under the directors Waldron Archer and Jamie Martinez. So parents, if you'd like to come get a photo, feel free to do that at this time.
Can you get them all in? Squeeze
Some of you can stand on the top too if you want. There's a little step if you want to take a step up, and that way we can squeeze you in better.
No? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Next, we're going to talk about our TMEA, which is our Texas Music Educators Association, all-state band, choir, and orchestra. So Alvin ISD has 11 students from their high school music programs that have been chosen for the 2022 Texas Music Educators Association All-Star Band, Choir, and Orchestra. High school students selected for this honor have competed through multiple auditions to qualify at the state level. All-Star is the highest honor a Texas music student can receive. The competition, sponsored by the Texas Music Educators Association, is a competitive process that begins throughout the state in auditions hosted by various TMEA regions. Individual musicians perform selected music for a panel of judges who rank each instrument or voice part. From this ranking, a select group of musicians advance for their region to compete against musicians from other areas in TMEA's area competitions. The highest ranking musicians judged at the TMEA area competitions qualify for the TMEA All-State Music Group. So these musicians will participate in the TMEA convention this week in San Antonio, Texas. So congratulations to the following people. The TMEA All-State Band is Julia Lawson with Shadow Creek High School. And Matthew Perez with Manville High School Band. He is not able to be here tonight because he's actually at symphony practice for the Houston Symphony for the youth. So he couldn't come today, but congratulations. Thank you. Now for TMEA's All-State Choir, we have Genevieve Hernandez with Alvin High School Choir. Quinn Summy with Alvin High School Choir. Daniela Jacob with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Zen Bolos with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Nicholas Matthew with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Brooklyn McDonald with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Ira Navarro with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Hugo Chukwu with Obadilla with Shadow Creek High School Choir. Congratulations to all of you. And now for the Tmea All-State Orchestra. We have Sandhya Mahesh with Shadow Creek High School Orchestra. Oh, she is the first one in Alvin ISD
Wow,
to ever make that. Okay. In addition to these talented students, we would like to recognize the Pomona Elementary Choir for being one of 5 elementary choirs chosen to participate in this year's Tmea convention. We'd like to recognize Pomona Choir Director Emma Bassett. Emma has worked very hard on this for multiple years. And due to COVID, it kept getting pushed back from the convention, so we're very excited that this is taking place on Thursday.
So, Miss Bassett, who's babysitting tonight?
Officer Bassett.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome.
It was a miracle.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, Board, let me just say that you saw all these talented students that we have up here. So anytime you're doubting the future's not bright, the future is bright with our students in Alvin ISD. And so it gives you a lot of hope of what the future holds with the leaders. There's a lot of persistence and determination and commitment and leadership that these students display in all that they do. And so those students that are here this evening, that you are in one of the musicals, can you please stand if you participate at one of the musicals? I will just say many, many hours go into what these students do beyond the classroom. And so when we talk about each and every child, each and every program, this is what we're talking about. Because I bet all of these students too have exceptional academics in the classroom, because they have to in order to participate. So thank you, students. I know your parents are proud, and some of you think, I don't want to go to the board meeting, but your parents are like, we want you to go, because that's a proud parent moment. So thank you, parents, also for your support.
Next, we're into the open forum portion, and no one has signed up, so we will move on to the consent agenda items. And we have had a correction made on the January 18th Board of Trustee minutes. So does anybody want to pull any of those separately and do them separately? All right. Do we have a motion to approve consent agenda items A through G as presented? Trustee Harris, second by Trustee Winterstrom. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. I'm going to hold up here a little bit and let everybody get out. I should have done that earlier.
Y'all can all move up to the front now if you want.
Yes? For all of those who stand in the back, we have chores. All right, next we have request to consider approval of calling trustee election and schedule election dates.
So Board, the 2022 Board of Trustee election date is Saturday, May the 7th, 2022. Positions up for re-election, or for election, are as follows. Position 4 currently held by Tiffany Winterstrom, and position 5 currently held by Nicole Tanini.
All right, do we have a motion to approve calling an election for May 7th, 2022 for trustees positions 4 and 5 and approve the election date, time, and locations?
So moved.
By trustee Tanini, do we have a second? By trustee Johnson. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Next, we have request to consider approval of employment of personnel.
So Board, as you, let me see if this is the right one. Yep, these are employees or long-term subs that have been waiting to either complete their alt-cert program, pass their test, and so these are being recommended for contract by our hiring supervisors, our principals and department chairs.
All right, do we have a motion to approval be granted for requested personnel items as presented?
So moved.
Trustee Winterstrom, second by trustee Harris. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Next, we have request to consider approval of initial staffing positions, Iowa Colony High School.
So Board, you received a list of those positions requested to the start for Iowa Colony High School, the initial staffing positions. This is critical to allow time for extensive planning and hiring needed to open a new campus. Some of these positions, although they'll be hired, will not begin until August of 2022.
All right, do we have a motion to approval be granted for initial staffing positions, Iowa Colony High School as requested by trustee Scott? Do we have a second by trustee Johnson? Any questions or comments? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. All right. At this time, we will now adjourn into executive session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act, 551072 and 551074. All right, we're now back in open session. And at this time, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
By trustee Winterstrom. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. We are adjourned. Thank y'all very much.